Good evening, everybody. We're live here at Southside Garage. We're trying some new audio for the folks in the internet land. Mary Beth is currently logging on to our Facebook group. We are live, I do believe. Let's see here. Do I have any comments? Anybody out there on internet world? We have 2 viewers right now, Mary Beth. 2. We got more here in person. Thank you, everybody, for coming out tonight. This is the May meeting of the Appalachian Mountain Bike Club. Welcome. Well-attended table over there. Folks sprinkled throughout the back. Thanks so much. Can you hear me? I'm working on new microphone holding ability. Dave says... All right. How's the volume for the folks on the internet? Up, down, Doug Battelle, Claire in hand. What do we got? Those are my staples on the internet. Dave Stanley's father. Are you with us tonight? Adam says it's good. Okay, we're going to go. First announcement of the evening. My lovely wife and I have been married for 19 years. I just want to say, happy anniversary, young lady. So, we were 12 when we got married. For anybody who has a question about it. Yeah, we were married in Tennessee. Warren, you can school us about Kentucky later. Ooh. All right, so we've had some good days. We've had some bad days for riding. You guys need to be mulling over where you have been riding while I'll tell you about where I have been riding. I did a couple different trips this last month. We had a prolonged period of rain, and I definitely took advantage of Lewiston. Lewis and I went and camped up there at the campground. Great place to go for a quick overnighter. The camp store does have everything you need, including ice cream and firewood. Yesterday, Lewis and I tagged along on a little Norris ride. Also, great location for yesterday's wet weather. We had quite a few puddles on the double track, but all the single track was in prime condition. So where have y'all been riding over the last month? We got any reports? Leslie, you did a bike packing trip, didn't you? You want to tell me about it? You went to Moab. Here, tell me more. I've got a wireless microphone. I'm going to bring it to you. Where's Moab?
Moab's in Utah. Thank you, Matthew. This is, I don't know what to say. I went on a bike trip and by myself. I slept outside in a tent by myself, which is new. And I rode the Raptor trails, which are pretty awesome. An alternative to Porcupine Rim. I think that's good. Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. Anybody else ride this month? Anybody? Well, that's going to be in a Joyride report later, but that's good enthusiasm. I do like that enthusiasm. We're going to tip our camera down just a smidge. Ooh, oh yeah, there we go. Much better. Humans here. Weather report. We do not have Dave Stanley tonight. Does anybody want to stand in for Dave on weather? Josh? Oh, okay. Brian's gonna give us the weather forecast and report.
5 to 7% chance of rain up until Friday, and there's a 48% chance of rain on Friday. 5 to 8% Saturday and Sunday.
So get it, is what Brian is saying. Go ride your bike. And feel free to audit that report at any point and send us emails, or you can just put that on Brian's Facebook page. So we had 2 different work parties that went on last month. One was a workday over at Fort Dickerson. I want to thank everybody for coming out to help dig over at Fort Dickerson. We did a ton of invasive clearing down there. We also had help from Shaggy, who showed up a couple of days in advance and did some digging for us. Excuse me. So Shaggy got there a couple days ahead, used one of our excavators, dug some pits for some berm work that got accomplished over there. So great to have the help on the front side of that. Also, I noticed Ryan here somewhere. 71 South provided lunch that day. Thanks so much. They were super booked that day because Rome was in town the same weekend. Very busy cycling weekend, which had fantastic weather despite a terrible forecast. So keep that in mind with Brian's forecast. Keep that in mind. Things can change. But the second work party we did was actually a work party for the Rome event. And so we also had about 30 folks come out and join us for a work party over at Hasty. So also really appreciate the help that Rome gave us this year. So next up, Aaron is going to give us a Joyride update and recap. It has sort of been spoiled. Aaron, tell us about the ride that happened on Sunday.
Well, first I'm going to take us back a little bit. No, I'm just kidding. We had an awesome time. We took over Devil's Racetrack along with Blue Sky Mountain Biking, TVB, and Knox Brew Tours. A lot of the ladies had never been down Devil's Racetrack, so that was a lot of fun for everyone to do. And we had really good food. Matthew, you were there for a few minutes. You had some snacks from TVB. Oh.
Yeah, Scott and Eric put together some sandwiches that were out of this world. Yeah, cauliflower sandwich. Had some walnut curry cauliflower with walnuts. Good job.
I didn't get to eat that, but it's okay. Allergies. That's my own fault. All right. Then we, this past Sunday, we were going to go to Icy King, but because of Brian's rain, we decided to move it over to Sharps Ridge. We had about 30 women come over to Sharps Ridge. We had 5 women in the new rider class that went all the way up to the top of Independence. So that's really big. And then they turned around and came back down. So that's even better. And then June 4th over at Big South Fork, we'll have a ride and lots of camping. We'll talk about that later. But we will have a joyride over there that will have everyone. We will not have new riders at that joyride because Big South Fork doesn't really have a lot of easy trails. So we'll have beginner plus and advanced, but we're not going to have the new rider. So, and then on June 13th, we are going back to TVB for basic maintenance. Is that correct, Mary Beth? For basic maintenance class with Sasha. Yeah, I think that's right. So you guys come over to that as well. And we had a really good time doing that Fix-A-Flat last month. So June 13th will be awesome. Okay, bye. Ellen, do you want to add anything?
Paint Creek. There's a ride to paint. That was the month before.
Okay.
But still a great ride. So a round of applause for the Joyride Committee. They're kicking butt right now, and good programming. So next up, I want to bring Tony up to the garage door here. We're going to do a little check presentation, I do believe. Tony's with the Knox Track Club. He helps organize the Tread and Trodden Trails series. And I'm going to hand the mic over to him, and he can talk about their programming, what they do for Knoxville, which is a ton of programming, and what you're here tonight for.
Thank you, Matt. I normally try to do this without notes, and it always goes badly. So, oh, good. They can see my belly, though. Okay, I'm gonna back up. So, the Knoxville Track Club Trail Series. It's called Tread and Trodden Trails. I didn't name it. It's actually been going on since 2004. And for the year of 2022, we had an especially good year. Each year we donated proceeds of trail races to what we call trail-friendly causes. And we don't know anybody more trail-friendly than the Appalachian Mountain Bike Club. So all of us trail runners, some of us ride mountain bikes too, by the way. But we appreciate the time and effort that you guys put into maintaining and building and constantly expanding our trail systems. For the 2023 year, so we have a trail race every month. So 7 of the 12 trail systems that we're going to use for races have direct involvement from you guys. And we also go some other places, but we don't talk about those. The next race, by the way, is on June 10th at Sharps Ridge. It's in the morning. We'd love to have you guys join us if you want to do a little running. A couple of different distances there. One of them goes over the backside on the new trails that you guys have been working on over there. So That's actually a sweet little race. So anyway, short and sweet. I mentioned 2022 was a good year for trail running. So our donation amount is for $5,170.03. And we can't wait to see what you guys do with it.
Well, we will not squander it on beer because we've got great partners at Lippman Brothers for that. Thank you, Jeremy Walker. But we will invest this into the trails directly, and are psyched to have you all as partners out on the trail. So thanks for thinking of us, and we will deposit this giant check immediately. Thanks again, Knox Track Club, for their commitment to the trails and for providing great programming to all sorts of users. As y'all know, we maintain just over 100 miles of trail here in Knox County, and 96 miles of those are multi-use. And so we're thrilled to have other trail users out there, and everybody's our neighbors. So just be nice and kind out there, and as the signs say, just wave hello, say hello, and have a great time out in the woods. Next up, work party dates. Aaron mentioned that we were going to talk about Big South Fork, and we are, because it is our last work day of the spring 2023 season. So we've had a minor change to the workday plan. Actually, the workday plan is the same. The dinner is a little bit different. But nonetheless, June 2nd through 4th, that's Friday through Monday, we've got the group campsite E1 reserved. So that means that you can roll up anytime on Friday afternoon, pick a campsite in the E1 loop, pop squat. We've got restrooms there. We've got a large pavilion as well. Fire ring. Zirk will be telling stories if he's there this year. Then Saturday morning, dinner is on your own on Friday evening. Saturday morning, 8:30 a.m. That is Eastern time. Do not get confused with this other time zone, which is Central. Don't worry about it. Just live like you're living here in Knoxville. Eastern time zone. So we'll gather a little bit earlier because we've got National Park Service paperwork and AMBC paperwork to fill out. Won't be bad. Just a signature, 2 signatures away. Joe Cross has got us some great projects for Saturday. We'll work from 9 to noon, basically, on Saturday. Then Big South Fork Bike Club, a.k.a. Joe Cross and his crew, have got us lunch prepared. So he'll feed us. We'll have beverages on hand, both alcoholic and non. Fizzy waters, flat waters. We'll have it all. And then the afternoon on Saturday is sort of choose your own adventure, right? So you can go swim if you want to. They've got a pool there at Bandy Creek. They've got a river that you can swim in. Then we'll meet for dinner at 7 o'clock. And dinner is what has changed. We are doing a potluck because AMBC is going to be providing the protein. So we'll be grilling out. And then we need y'all to bring some sides. And Aaron, are you going to bake us? Oh, okay. So Aaron is going to provide some dessert, which I'll help her with. And Scott's going to work on too. So some Dutch oven cooking coming on. Strong for dessert. So don't worry about dessert. We'll have some marshmallows. We'll have some cobbler. Bring your own ice cream, though, is the good luck keeping it frozen. But then Sunday, we'll meet for not only the Joyride, which you need to pre-register for. The link is already in the show notes on the Facebook, and it's on our website, ambcknox.org/events. We'll have an epic ride that will leave from the campground. The route is yet to be determined. It's basically going to get determined as we roll out. There will be a lunch stop along the way. It will be likely Cherritt Creek Lodge, so you're going to need to bring a crisp $20 bill, which will provide you with lunch and a cold beer down in the middle of nowhere. And there'll be other rides that are loosely organized from there. Unfortunately, those rides will be nowhere near as organized as the Joyrides, but that's just how it is. Trail Committee. I was just going to say quickly, we need to thank the Trail Committee. Put your hands together for the Trail Committee for putting the survey together last month. That survey that Wayne's subcommittee put out was very well responded to. We're going to have a report for that next month. Wayne will get up here and talk. Oh, we're going to put it on the internet before then. You can check out some of the results, but Wayne will recap it for us next month. And we do appreciate you participating in that. It's great to hear what folks want, what folks like, and the direction they want to see AMBC go. This is your club, not mine. So, in additional news, go ride the new trail at IC King. It is on Trail Forks right now. Val Naylor finished up just a couple weeks ago, and the trail crew got out there and put signage in. Temporary signage is on the ground right now. It's called Rock City. Maybe a little stretch on the name there, but nonetheless, you will hit some rocks. There will be some alternate lines that we're going to put in through the technical rock section. And we really hope to have Valerie Naylor back in town for that rock section. She is amazing when it comes to that work. So nonetheless, that trail is on Trail Forks. It's about 0.8 of a mile. It's a blue level, so moderate single track, tight, weaving through the woods. It's super fun. Go ride it. All the tape is cleared from it, and you should take advantage of it. And Aaron saw an owl twice on that trail. So go find the owl. Dang, that might just be a passport punch in the fall. Go find the owl. So, Big Fun Tuesdays, first Tuesday of each month over at Meads Quarry. We've got the next one coming up June the 6th. That is from 6 to 9 over at Meads Quarry. We'll pop the link to that up as well. Speaking of Imes Nature Center, they have got a new brew that's coming out today. It was released this afternoon just down the street. Our friends at Alliance have a new beer that's helping to support the nonprofit mission over at Imes Nature Center. So make sure after you leave here, ride your bike on down to Alliance, grab a pint down there. From what I understand, it'll be on rotation for a bit. So grab that. Then AMBC Trail Crew updates. So you may have noticed Mary Beth's been helping us out with sort of a synopsis of what all we've been working on each month. So that comes out in email form and on social media. Basically the week after the meeting is what we're, week after the meeting, first of the month is when it goes out on social media, and we email it out before this meeting. So you guys got a chance to see what all we worked on last month in our last email. Short end of the story is that we're doing a ton of work, and we've had some great help. I do want to mention that Kevin Zirkle is back on the excavator this last couple weeks. He's been over at Sycamore Loop in the woods-ish, and in the brush, I would say. He's doing an invasive clearing project right now. That's going to change the way that you view Sycamore Loop in the future. Really cool to be down there right now. You likely will not see any of his handiwork until he's basically done, but nonetheless, thank you, Kevin, for that work. The crew is also doing quite a bit of work on Barn Burner right now. They finished up Cruz Valley at the end or at the beginning of this month, and so you'll notice a couple of short closures after rain events on Barn Burner, just so they can get moisture content right, do some resurfacing work, and get out of the way so that everybody can ride. With that, one note about Baker Creek, there is an event happening tomorrow morning at Baker Creek at the pump track. So the pump track will be closed tomorrow morning from West, do you remember? 9 to noon is the answer there. If you'd like to go see a pro BMXer on the pump track and Knoxville Open golfers doing trick shots on the pump track, get over there. I don't know how it's going down, but it could be interesting. So, hey, might want to get up and head over to Baker in the morning. Just don't take your bike. With that, anybody have any additions to the meeting this evening? What you got, Rachel? I can't hear you. Come grab this microphone. Oh, it's easy. You talk, you hold it down here is what I learned tonight.
Okay, so I have 2 announcements. Oh, am I going again? Oh, well, that's what they want to see, right? Okay. So some of you guys are familiar with the Knox Loves Bikes directory. We just released a new version. And basically, if you haven't seen it, it's a directory of businesses that offer incentives to people who show up on bicycle. So we did a really cool thing for Bike Month, and we did a bike bingo where if you visit certain businesses on the directory that participated, you get a little check. And then on Thursday, we're having the bike bingo at Print Shop. And so if you haven't participated yet, you're totally welcome to come show up. We're going to do a ride from Newton Knox off Market Square down to Print Shop, and we're going to stop at a little secret spot on the way. So feel free to come along, even if you haven't participated yet. And at Print Shop, there's going to be an actual real bingo, so it's going to be super fun. And then the other thing that I'm really super excited to tell you guys about is me and about 13 other ladies that most of you guys know, and I can't list off their names right now because I don't do that well under pressure, but we created an all-women's bike racing team. And so we just launched our social media, and it's called Neon Racing. So check us out on Instagram. We're super excited. We've been racing already this year, but it's been pretty exciting. Mountain bike, all women. So yeah.
Love it. Thanks so much. With that, anybody else got anything else before I have one final parting comment? The final parting comment, Mary Beth does not know what I'm about to say. And Tom is just blowing up the social media. We have refreshed all the merchandise, AMBC merch, over at REI. So make sure to swing by if you need a shirt or a club ride or a water bottle, a Nalgene fender, whatnot. All of that has been restocked over at REI. Thanks so much for them. They give space over there, and we certainly appreciate it. So if you need some gear, go grab it. With that, we will see you next month in June. But before then, we will see you at work. We'll see you on some of the joy rides. Big Fun Tuesday. Over and out. Bye.